Swing sets from $12.99. The world's safest spring-free trampolines. Beautiful outdoor kitchen islands from just $34.99. It's the hot fun under the sun summer sale at Galaxy. Limited time, so hurry. 12 months, same as cash.
Galaxy, where everyone has more fun.
There's never been a better time to get a new Ford than right now at Joe Cooper Ford in Yukon.
Get a new Escape for only $213 a month. A new Explorer for only $346 a month. Or get a new F-150 Super Crew and save $11,000 off retail for only $284 a month.
And we'll beat any other Ford dealer's price by $500 or pay you $10,000 cash.
Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford of Yukon.
Just south of I-40 on Garth Brooks Boulevard.
Bed sores, broken bones, premature death. These are the signs of mistreatment for far too many of our elderly in nursing homes today. We can help make things right. Now's the time to stop the neglect. I'm Ray Maples. Call me at 285-HELP.
Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. That's all the time we have here at 4.
News 9 at 5 starts right now.
This is Oklahoma's own News 9 in high definition.
We're glad you're with us here at 5 o'clock. An amazing new overhead look at the damage out at Bridge Creek. More of you are also sharing your storm stories with us. And accusations of voter fraud sparks an investigation. How one candidate was able to get 9 votes from a single address. But first, we begin with a serious warning about meeting people over the internet.
Absolutely. 3 women were recently robbed at gunpoint in northwest Oklahoma City after they agreed to meet up with a guy they had connected with on a popular social networking site called meetme.com. News 9 crime tracker Adriana Ivashinsky is live from Northwest 122nd and Penn with our top story today. Adriana?
Well, those 3 agreed to meet that guy here at the Ashford Northwest Apartments near Northwest 122nd in Pennsylvania. And they didn't think anything of it because they'd met this guy before. But when they pulled up, he ambushed them with his friends.
I was held at gunpoint. It was on my head, and she was ripped out of my car.
It is a moment Nikki Wagner and her friends will not soon forget.
I mean, it was kind of bound to happen.
The two say they've chatted with people on the site meetme.com for months and even met with the man who robbed them once before.
He actually came to our apartment and hung out.
They say he goes by the name Alan, but they doubt that's his real name. But they say this is definitely his picture, taken right off the social media site. And it was his idea for them to meet at the Ashford Northwest apartment homes. Little did they know he was not alone, and that their meetup was about to be a holdup.
As soon as he got in the car and closed the door, about 5 other guys came up around the back side of my car with guns and tasers. It was pretty bad. It was horrible.
Nikki says police managed to find their purses about a mile away and that the crooks scaled these iron fences during their getaway.
He actually threw my keys over his shoulder when they were walking away like it was nothing. It was just nothing to him.
Nikki says at first she tried to fight to keep her purse, but soon gave up.
I honestly was just trying not to get shot. I did not want to die. You know, my life is more important than a purse.
Now, Nikki says this incident has definitely made her and her friends a lot more cautious about who they meet on the internet, and police say this should definitely be a warning to all of us as well. Reporting live in Northwest Oklahoma City, Adriana Ivashinsky, News 9.
And another example of how there is not always safety in numbers. And of course, police would like to catch that guy as well as his buddies. If you think you might recognize him, you are urged to call Crime Stoppers at 235-7300. Now, let's switch gears and let's talk about this ever-changing weather we're having.
Right? It's a beautiful day out there today, but we should probably take a picture of the sun because it sounds like it might be hiding some this week. David?
Yeah, you know, it's going to it'll be in and out. It'll be off and on coming up here, but more rain coming our way for sure. Then eventually looks like that threat for severe weather, that will start to increase just a bit. Let's go to Storm Shield 9. What's happening right now? Well, nothing in Oklahoma. Flash flood watch. It is now posted for much of central, northern, and southern Oklahoma, and really almost all of Texas. And it is already raining again in Texas, south of Dallas, east of Dallas, rain going on here. This big mess tomorrow will be lifted to the north. That will be up into Oklahoma. So here we go. Right now we have temperatures in the low 70s. It is mild out there. How about that? Looking good all the way around. Our next storm, and I'm talking about our next storm for tomorrow, it is right there, and that is headed for Oklahoma in a big hurry. So more flooding possible coming up at 5:15. We'll talk more about that. Watching 2 days for severe weather, for that threat of severe weather and it's kind of an active weather pattern. Not going to really quiet down anytime soon as we stay stormy for a while. So there we go.
So as we gear up for more storms in the forecast, it's definitely easy to forget about the people who lost everything as tornadoes ripped through Bridge Creek last week. But David, I know you went back to Bridge Creek this morning. You spent some time there.
Yeah, you know, we went back and just kind of walked through a couple of neighborhoods, talking to people. And this one family we found, big family on a big acreage with all their homes there. They had 4 homes and their business. They were hit May 3rd of 1999, and they were hit again last week. And their story, their optimism was amazing. And again, they were just, we spent about an hour with them, just great people. So here's their story again from Bridge Creek earlier today. Man, you got the whole crew working today.
Oh, it is David.
I'm here.
Well, hi.
How are you?
My goodness, you're tall.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think so. How are you?
Give you a hug.
Well, as the tornado was bearing down on the Keller and the Peasley family,
we were watching David. We always watch David.
The tornado's coming in from the south. They all get down in here. We're talking about 14 people got down inside this, including kids and dogs, even a couple of neighbors.
When you said it was at the turnpike, toll gate.
Yeah.
That's when I pulled this other door down.
They close the lid, they ride this thing out, and then when the tornado ends, they come out. Here's what they find. This is one of their homes here, basically destroyed. Their neighbor's house is destroyed. What you can't see back over here through those trees is a house there, but it's gone, completely gone now. This is one of their family members here. It was destroyed, or at least heavy damage. And then up here, more of the same, more damage there. And then they had a small business over here that took heavy damage. So this tornado, within just a minute or so, just about wiped out this entire family.
You have to look at the funny things, and you just have to. That's all there is to it. Because we've lived here 45 years, and this is 45 years of our life laying out here. But that's okay. You know, there's nothing, it's history. You can't change it. Right. No matter how much you want to, you can't.
Well, you could say it could have been worse, but I think it was bad enough.
It was bad enough, but we're all safe and sound.
You know what, that's all that matters.
Wow, what sweet people out there.
Super nice.
And you heard it right there, too. Your warning really did help save lives.
Well, you know, I'm surrounded by a great team, no doubt about it. And and that's what we do, is try to give people the best information, and when it's important to give that to them and exactly where the tornado is. But those people were so uplifting, and I thought, oh my gosh, what a horrible nightmare I walked into. Yeah. They were like, you know what, it's all good. We got hit May 3rd of 1999. We're going to regroup, we're going to rebuild. And the whole family lives there, the business, and they're just going to start over. I will say this, they still need help in Bridge Creek, volunteers to help clean up. There weren't any fatalities, which was awesome. Well, that's the best thing out of this, but I think maybe because of that, there's not as much attention down there, and they still need help in Bridge Creek for sure.
You saw it firsthand today. And if you want to help out, volunteer, don't hesitate. You can go to the Multi-Agency Resource Center. You'll find it at Bridge Creek Elementary School Gym, and they're going to be open from 11 to 7 p.m. through Friday. Kelly?
What an inspiring family, no doubt about it. Well, we've had a lot of amazing video today, and it just keeps coming. Jim Gardner and Bob Mills, Sky News 9 overhead this afternoon in Seminole County, where a herd of cattle had been stranded in floodwaters. The Department of Agriculture called in the Oklahoma National Guard to drop some hay to the hungry herd, and they did, as you just saw. Look for more on this coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Other news, the man charged in the crash that killed a 6-year-old boy on the Kilpatrick Turnpike last month has been formally arraigned. Now, Kelly Korn turned himself in Texas back on May 2nd. Korn faces second-degree murder charges in the wrong-way accident that claimed the life of little Saxton Watley. Police say he had meth and hydrocodone in his system. Korn's bond has been denied. Another hearing is set for May 28th.
And hard to forget this one, a McLeod man accused of killing his stepfather by giving him an atomic wedgie. Well, he has now pleaded guilty to the crime. Brad Davis admitted to pulling Denver St. Clair's underwear over his back and head in December 2013. St. Clair died when the elastic band wrapped around his neck. Sentencing is scheduled for July. A lot of Oklahomans heading to the polls tonight, with most of them being over school bond issues. Bethany is voting on a $5 million bond, and Guthrie's asking for $16.2 million in school bonds to build a new school and also to repair the others. You can look for the results tonight on News 9 and news9.com.
Also tonight, investigators are looking into claims of voter fraud in one Oklahoma town.
The town of Luther elected their board of trustees last month, but now questions have surfaced over absentee ballots cast in the election. News 9's Carl Torp joins us now with the story. Carl?
Yeah, Kelly and Amanda, we spoke with
with a Luther resident who did his own investigating after hearing rumors that absentee ballots were cast by people who haven't lived in the town of Luther for years.
I'm really kind of concerned about retaliation.
For that reason, this man, who has called Luther home for a very long time, did not want to show his face or use his name.
Who knows what they'll do?
What he is showing are the voter logs from Luther's April 7th election for Board of Trustees, essentially their city council.
I checked that out, myself personally.
This resident says of the 22 absentee ballots cast, he's flagged about 14 where something doesn't seem right. His main worry is a charge that non-Luther residents voted.
Everybody in town knows that this guy lives in Midwest City.
Hi, how are you? We checked it out ourselves using voter rolls. 2 people voted absentee with this Luther house as their address. Okay, so they don't live here now? And they haven't lived here in how long?
2.5, 3 years.
That's how long you lived here. According to voter rolls, 9 people with this listed property address voted absentee, including one man who was arrested a week before the election in Stillwater on a drug possession charge and gave police a Stillwater address.
If they have actually set up residency somewhere else with the intent of moving somewhere else, why should they influence the elections in the little town of Luther, Oklahoma?
Who does live here is Ronald Henry, one of 2 winners of the election. He tells News 9 voters with this as their listed address are family members who have lived at the home on and off through the years. Henry also denies another allegation that he personally hand-delivered numerous absentee ballots to be notarized, a voting no-no. Now, this man's findings have sparked an investigation by the Oklahoma County District Attorney's Office.
It's about power, and it's sad. It's sad is what it is, extremely sad.
215 people voted in the election on April 7th in Luther. Henry beat his nearest opponent by 31 votes. Amanda?
Okay, keep us posted, Carl. Now, Henry says the allegations are an attempt to keep him off the Board of Trustees in Luther.
Now, news around the world to Nepal, where another strong earthquake has hit, marking the 2nd time in less than 3 weeks. 7.3 magnitude this time. It killed at least 37 more people, hurt more than 1,100. The search also continues for a U.S. Marine Corps helicopter that is missing after providing earthquake assistance in that area. Coming up next here at 5, they put their wedding plans on hold after the Bridge Creek tornado destroyed their home. Now, one veterans group is stepping in to help them recover it.
And here we go, sunshine today. That's been good, but guess what? The sun will go away, the rain will arrive. I'm talking about some heavy rain. And then we go from the heavy rain mode to the severe weather mode. All of this coming up on your 9-day forecast. It's coming up next. It's on the ground.
Oklahomans get more than their fair share of dangerous weather.
I had a niece that was direct hit in Moore.
Dr. Phil came to News 9 to share advice for adults and children.
That's where they feel the anxiety building up.
With another round of severe weather in the forecast, get strategies to prepare.
If you do that as a family exercise, it can be a very positive thing that replaces anxiety with action.
Thursday night at 10 on News 9.
It's a good time for a great deal at the Toyota Time Sales Event, but it all ends June 1st. Visit your Toyota dealer today. Get $1,500 customer cash or 0 for 60 in a bold new 2015 Camry for a savings over $3,300. Toyota, let's go places.
I love it. It's a big screen.
You ready for the big game, huh, bro?
What if the rest of the world rewarded you like Riverwind Casino?
What is this?
That is a wild card.
All right.
Now we're ready for the big game, bro.
Riverwind Wildcard members get more big prizes and most of all, more chances to win big at OKC's most rewarding casino.
See ya, bro!
We don't do laundry during the peak hours.
Or not running the dishwasher during certain hours.
I barely ever run the dishwasher.
One of the biggest things was pre-cooling my house. So rather than running my air conditioning in the heat of the afternoon, mine shuts off, and the house held that temperature pretty much through the peak hours.
The pool, at 2 o'clock, it turns off. At 7 o'clock, it turns back on.
Unplugging the computer, changing out the lights, really started to impact my savings every month.
It makes sense for us to do this from an energy efficiency aspect as well.
We started going after the smaller stuff, making sure the doors were sealed, the caulking. The game is, how can we shave another kilowatt hour? What can we do?
It makes you aware of how much energy you're using and how much money you could save.
I've told everybody and their dog, hey, sign up for Smart Hours because this really is a great thing to do to save money.
Get instant savings on your new mattress right now at Mathis Sleep Centers. Save on Serta, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic at the guaranteed lowest price, now even lower with instant savings from the factory. Save up to $1,300 on an iComfort mattress and adjustable base with Cool Action Gel Memory Foam. We've never had so many factory special discounts at one time, so come get your instant savings before this offer ends, now at a Mathis Sleep Center near you.
Purchase a four-season sunroom for your home and we'll install it for free. See us at oksunrooms.com or stop by our new showroom 1 block north of Memorial on Santa Fe.
Crowd's pretty big. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh, yeah.
It's the Toyota Time Sales Event. Get in on the fun today. Get 0 for 60 plus $1,500 on a new 2015 Tundra Crew Max Special Edition for a savings over $6,000. Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 in high definition.
We want to introduce you to a Bridge Creek couple. They are staying with friends and family and living off donations tonight because of the May 6 tornado which gutted their home.
The military veteran and his girlfriend were also planning a wedding before the storm, but a generous donation is helping add a little light at the end of the tunnel. News 9's Christy Lewis is live in the newsroom with their story. Christy?
Well, Kelly and Amanda, today the couple thought they were showing up to their property to do some more cleanup work, but they were in for a big surprise.
This Bridge Creek couple has been sifting through what's left of their home almost every day since May 6th.
This was it. This was home.
Rhonda and Jason were down in the shelter that day along with their family, but the storms outside swooped up their mobile home and threw it several yards away.
We stepped out and it was gone.
And just like that, everything they owned was ruined.
You kind of just stand here or I do anyways, and look at it like where do you start?
Jason has witnessed scenes like this before. He's been in the National Guard for 14 years, served 3 tours overseas, and been mobilized on multiple disasters stateside, now dealing with his own.
Rustic wedding, rustic and military.
The couple is getting married in October and had the bulk of the planning finished before the tornado. So when a veteran nonprofit found out they'd lost it all, they showed up today with a gift.
Soldier's Wish wanted to help you guys out with your wedding after you get married. We want to be able to send you on a honeymoon to Destin, Florida.
Oh. Rhonda and Jason hadn't planned on having a honeymoon, especially after this happened. And despite all the work that's ahead of them, they still plan on making the wedding happen. And now, thanks to Soldier's Wish, the deserving duo will get a chance to recoup.
I look forward to it. It's a break. I need a break. It'd be great.
Yeah.
And Rhonda says her wedding dress was salvageable after the storm, but they still do have a very big need, both for the wedding and for just everyday life. So if you want to help them out, we've posted a link to Soldier's Wish over on news9.com. Live in the newsroom, Christy Lewis, News 9.
Great job by them and Jason's employer, too. LDF gave the couple $5,000 today as well to help them with their immediate needs.
That is great. Well, on the road once again, looks like Chai and Bamboo, the 2 elephants from Seattle, are back on the road to Oklahoma City. The elephants were loaded onto a truck Monday night in San Diego. It's expected to take 25 to 30 hours to get to the Oklahoma City Zoo. Now, once they're here, they will be quarantined for 30 days, and after that, they will join the other 5 elephants at the zoo. The latest in the NCIS franchise.
We're part of a tradition, the NCIS tradition.
This one is set in New Orleans and quickly becoming a viewer favorite. So we headed down to the Big Easy to meet up with the actors on the set of the show to find out how they're making this drama their own. Join us as News 9's Lacey Lowry goes behind the scenes of NCIS New Orleans tonight on News 9 at 10.
Looks good. You know, Chai and Bamboo, they've been on a long road trip.
Are they walking here?
From
California?
With their nose hooked to their
What's going on?
They will get here eventually.
I-40. We started this 2 months ago.
A lot of people didn't want them to come here.
Yeah, we've had protesters.
But they're
we've had
coming.
Weather.
Yeah, well, they didn't want the thunder to come here, and we turned that thing around. So just stop.
Yes, they're on their way.
Give us our elephants. Anyway.
Well, hopefully we won't have any bad weather that's going to stall them even more.
No, well, I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's really bad out
giant
west.
bamboo.
Look out, Arizona. No, it looks good. Hey, here's some incredible video. This is from last week's tornado down at South Oklahoma City from Southeast 44th and I-35. And look at all the damage there. That was taken from a drone flying overhead. And look at the, boy, look at the mess. Look at the cleanup. Look at the top of the hotel. Yeah, there you go. That is EF2 damage. And winds roughly 125, 135 miles per hour ripped through there. I want to point out that tornado was basically moving from east to west or southeast to northwest. It was what we call occluding, and it was, again, lifting north, and it went back to the northwest. All right, it wasn't moving southwest to northeast, okay? About every storm last week, it's what I recognized early in the day, these storms were occluding. They kept moving to the northeast and making a hard left turn, and some days, that's just what happens. But there is significant damage. It's not very large. It's not a very large damage path, but nonetheless, that is some incredible shots there from that drone from Southeast 44th and I-35. Okay, what's going on right now? Well, beautiful here. Nothing going on. It's hard to believe that nothing today with beautiful weather, nothing going on, will turn into a big cloudy, rainy mess tomorrow. Moisture in Texas coming north, and our storm system back out to the west. It's coming east. So here we go. Look at the rain going on in Texas already. Warm front developing here, lifting back to the north, and there's already rain breaking out in southern Texas, and that will all spill into Oklahoma for tomorrow. Flash flood watches, again, already in effect for tomorrow. 72 degrees in Oklahoma City. The Broadway extension, no travel problems at least today due to weather. Tomorrow, this will be cloudy. This shot tomorrow, it will be wet for sure. Low 70s out there. It's beautiful. 71 in Stillwater, 70 down at Ardmore, and a 73 right now in Lawton. And the jet stream, two of them. There's the northern branch. Okay, that's the polar jet up here, still strong. The southern branch of the jet stream, or the subtropical jet stream, it's still strong down here. Our storm coming out of the southwest for tomorrow, and then our Friday, Saturday storm will come out of the northwest, out of the polar jet, and that'll come slamming into Oklahoma for Friday and Saturday. More on that coming up. Rainfall amounts with the first one, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow night, about an inch, maybe 2 inches. Some places might see 3, but really, I think rainfall amounts 1 inch to 2 inches, not near as much in the northwest. Lows tonight in the 50s, increasing clouds tonight. Showers overnight possible. Slight chance in southern Oklahoma. And then tomorrow morning, here it goes. Rain shoves into southern Oklahoma. A few thunderstorms down here. Mid to late morning in Oklahoma City, a 60% chance for rain. That would be, I think, honestly, after 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Slight chance in the north. Tomorrow afternoon, highs in the 60s. Cloudy tomorrow afternoon with a breezy, kind of a gusty southeast wind. And tomorrow afternoon, the chance for rain and thunderstorms through tomorrow evening is at 100%. So, yes, it will be wet tomorrow. And let's talk about Friday. The risk of severe weather, it is there. We heat things up on Friday. The dry line sets up out west, but the dry line on Friday is going to be way out in the Texas Panhandle, but we still could have some severe weather on Friday. And then for Saturday, the dry line will be out near the Texas-Oklahoma border, state line. Large hail, damaging winds, and I think the threat for tornadoes on Friday goes up a little bit on Friday, way out west, but it increases quite a bit more on Saturday. But that's still not locked in yet, okay? So don't panic. Just hang on. We're looking at data, and there's a lot more data to look at in between now and the weekend. But just kind of pencil in Friday and Saturday. This evening in Oklahoma City, beautiful, all the way to 10 o'clock. 9-day forecast, 65 tomorrow, 100% chance for rain. Slight chance Thursday. Better chance of showers and storms Friday and Saturday. Dry Sunday. We got to watch Friday, Saturday for severe weather. And then next week, more rain, more storms Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Stick around. We have a lot more coming up right after this.
News 9 in high definition is sponsored by Cox, Oklahoma City's best choice for HD.
Ford is taking the EcoBoost Challenge all across America.
This F-150's got some guts to it. Get out of town.
And I've heard a lot about this aluminum body.
700 pounds lighter. This is a V6, taking off like a rocket.
I'm impressed with the power.
With the EcoBoost, when you need that power, it'll handle what you're towing.
You want to take my trade-in right now?
Take the EcoBoost Challenge, and for a limited time, lease the all-new 2015 F-150 for just $349 a month. Visit your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
At Head Country, of course we manufacture barbecue sauce, seasoning, and marinade, and we export all over the world. But without the assistance and partnership of the Made in Oklahoma Coalition, we would never have been able to grow to where we are today. We're also excited to share our new look and logo. We want to thank our customers and ask them to get ready for more exciting things to come from Head Country.
Find more Made in Oklahoma brands like Chef's Requested Foods at MIOcoalition.com. Made in Oklahoma. Good for you, good for Oklahoma.
Being a frontwoman takes confidence, dedication, and more than a pinch of swagger. Lucky for Kim, she has Tinker Federal Credit Union on rhythm guitar. And with our mobile app helping keep her checking account in tune, she can focus on what's important. Nailing that next solo. TFCU. We get it.
It started with a find that made headlines. A dry lake bed in Florida exposed a trove of ancient canoes that told a story of prehistory. Mighty trees transformed into vessels that traveled the highways of antiquity. Rivers carried paddlers and passengers across the continent, unleashing wave after wave of change. Now, experience the exhibit the Wall Street Journal called Magnificent. Dugout canoes paddling through the Americas. The world's largest discovery of ancient watercraft is now a sweeping tale of how they transformed the landscape. At the Chickasaw Cultural Center, now open.
At Galleria, we have over 100 different bedroom sets to choose from, starting as low as $499.
Like the Houston set, with a weathered oak look for as low as $499 with queen bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand.
We also have the Tyler in a dark espresso, too. I don't know how we get the prices so low.
I do. We're the largest closeout dealer in Oklahoma.
And with 0% interest for 12 months and free local delivery, why shop anywhere else?
Oklahoma's biggest showroom and the best price. Galleria.
We've been thinking, a pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. Who doesn't love that kind of precision? At GMC, we get that. Not everyone can deliver a 95-mile-an-hour Rembrandt. This is precision. This is GMC. Now during the GMC Spring Sales event, get over $9,000 total value on specially equipped 2015 Sierra models in stock the longest. Welcome to the show.
The world-class original reporting of CBS News. Every weeknight, the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
Multiple cows stranded for days without food due to heavy flooding. How they're using Army helicopters to save their lives. Next at 6.
I don't have children of my own. He's my fur baby. So anything I can do to make his life better makes my life better.
Oh, there you go. For animal lovers, it's not easy seeing your pet in pain. So Wichita, Kansas vet is using alternative therapies like acupuncture to treat his furry patients. The vet says he can treat pets for paralysis, chronic pain, and arthritis. The pets also get to go on an underwater treadmill. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll do just about anything for our pets, won't we?
Yes, we will.
See you at 6.
Arby's Smokehouse meats are smoked with real smoke from real wood that's on real fire. Then we make them into these real sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
Give me an E. Give me an S. Give me an A. What's that spell?
Nothing. But it does mean something. It means cash. With an energy savings agreement from Air Comfort Solutions, you get AC and heating tune-ups twice a year. Same-day emergency service and 15% discount on all repairs. Your winning call 7 days a week, aircomfortsolutions.net, 721-3740.
When you shop for designer brands at Mathis Brothers, you won't pay designer prices. Here you'll find the largest selection of names like Henredon, Century, Bernhardt, and Marge Carson, all clearly marked the lowest prices you'll find anywhere, including unlimited custom design options. Sit down with our talented staff of interior designers and let us help you develop your unique look. Come see why smart shoppers are buying all their designer furniture at Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
Hi, I don't have insurance, so I was hoping my exam and x-rays would be free.
Well, I was hoping the dentist would ask me to marry him. But we don't all get what we want now, do we?
Okay, let's try something new.
I was hoping my exam and x-rays would be free.
They are.
I was hoping you'd say that, because that's a normal thing to say.
At Aspen Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're fixing dentistry. With free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
It was an empty prairie in the vast unassigned lands of Oklahoma Territory until a railway paved the way for change. The run of '89 left it peppered with hardy settlers like Al Moore, a railroad man who took up residence in a boxcar. To make sure his mail came through, he painted his name on the side of that boxcar home, and the town of Moore was born. Bank First is deeply proud of the people who've made Moore a shining example of courage and community, where a boom that began in the '60s has accelerated. As new rounds of national retailers choose to build and grow right along with Moore. We doubt that Al Moore could imagine his town today, a proud testament to the power of the towns Oklahoma calls home. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Check this guy out. He's got a bunch of statues of himself and his dog. He's got a pool filled with salt water from the Dead Sea. He's got an ascot room. But he lives in an internet slow zone, which means unless he switches to Cox, the internet in my apartment is faster than this palace. So I win. Mr. Norwick Turner Reeves Goodspeed III. I win.
Avoid slow zones. Get fast speeds everywhere with Cox high-speed internet as low as $19.99 a month. Ask how to get a $200 prepaid card.
Every donation and purchase you make to Goodwill helps people in Oklahoma find jobs. We're